Are we here?
We're
here. It's OddsJam TV with my buddy Steve right here. Hi, Steve. And Mike down there. Oh, I love it. Don't forget, click those links below for the best sports books in your state. It's extremely important that you do this.
Okay. Yes.
OddsJam Partner Program, 20% of all the revenue generated from that link when you share it with your friends. You get. That's pretty cool. That's cool stuff. And then we got live chat available. Don't forget that. Jump in on the live chat. We fill out the form below in the description. Get a personal one-on-one tutorial on how to make $2,500 per month sports betting. Or in my case, $25 a month sports betting. And there's also a link for Mike and me. We could teach you how to make money with OddsJam, oddsjam.com. Also, our TikTok, OddsJam_nuts. I've already went live twice today. I was live at like 7:30 this morning, guys. Mike at oddsjam.com, Bob at oddsjam.com. Where am I going from here? Discord link is below. Last night, these two guys here, we did an early betting show for the first time ever. And you know what, guys? It went pretty well. And honestly, we had quite a few views for being that late at night. So I have a proposal for you both tonight. Why don't we go halftime of the Mavs and Warriors game? You want to do it?
I'm in.
I'm in. All right. Let's do it.
Yep. Absolutely.
We can talk about some bets for tomorrow and what have you.
Sure.
Live chat available, folks. Here's what we're going to start off with. I got to get into Steve's golf, and I'm going to do a sharing of the screen here in just a second. But right now, as we speak, Justin Thomas has moved into a tie for first with Rory McIlroy, who hasn't even teed off yet. So unless Rory falls apart, he's probably going to be in the lead. Or Will Zalatoris or Tom Hogue. Zalatoris and Hogue are -4. We got several guys at -3. Let's see. Fitzpatrick, Neiman, Wise, Matt Kuchar. God, you know what? I love Matt Kuchar. I would love for Matt Kuchar to win a major, but it's probably not going to happen. And Abraham Answer. And then we've got the -2s at Chris Kirk, Pereira, Xander Schauffele, Cam Smith, Davis Riley, and Kevin Na. Kevin Na, Steve, is another guy that I really like because I like his fire. All right.
You like all the a-holes on tour. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think what do they say? Like attracts like, right? Like attracts like.
Yeah. If I want to hear crap, I'll squeeze your head. All right. All right. So here, I want to show everybody this because Steve's pretty proud of this. And I guess did you do the write-up, Steve?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. So Steve
I'm
did
a sports
this
prognosticator and literature author on the side.
Okay.
Yeah, great articles, guys. Great articles. If you guys haven't been checking them out.
I'm not sure about literature. Okay. This is just talking about guys winning a golf match. Okay. This is not literature. I don't see you as. This is not Steve Shakespeare. Okay. All right. There was outrights, and as you can see, Justin Thomas was one of them. We got Cam Smith and Schauffele, who are still up there high. Matsuyama kind of fell off, didn't he, Steve?
Yeah. He's hurt, though. But scroll down to the JT thing really quick.
I'm going to go right down here. Are you want in this spot here or all the way down?
Yeah. No. The JT, and highlight the last sentence where it says best bet alert. JT to finish in the top 10, plus 190 pregame, now -550 live.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
I mean, our best bets have been killing it. And we're not giving out best bets of, -150s, -200s. All the best bets in golf are like plus money, like at least plus 150. So best bet plus 190.
Yes.
I don't want to say it's a lock yet, but it's pretty damn close. JT.
Absolutely. Now there's one thing that I want to point out that you do that I like that you do in your golf prognostication And that is your top 10s and 20s and 30s, especially your top 10s usually have 2 or 3 of your outrights in there, as does your top 20s, which is only, honestly, that's just smart betting, isn't it?
Yeah, because, I mean, obviously picking a winner is extremely difficult. I mean, if you can pick, 3 a year, you've done well for yourself because, typically they, pay out minimally 20-1. Like, what other sport can you get a 20-1 favorite? Almost none, because the win probability of odds that high are so low. So, yeah, but I mean, you can, and that's really what's been the bulk of the success has been the derivatives. I mean, we have hit 3 outrights this year, but yeah, I mean, a close but no cigar would lose as an outright, but it'll win as a derivative. So, yeah. It's,
and I'm going to ask you how you go about betting that with your bankroll. Sorry, Mike, you're going to be delayed here. All right.
Oh, no. This is great stuff.
Comment. Mac Jones, Justin Thomas. Mac Jones is a quarterback for the Patriots, by the way. He tunes into our show.
And bet him to be MVP. 66-1.
Oh, look at that. Oh, Sean. Mike Lowe.
Oh.
Michael Ide here. Thoughts on first?
You probably don't want to repeat too many of O'Shawn too.
We'll get that. We'll get to that. And then Steve is the GOAT when it comes to golf. Yeah, that's about the only thing is a GOAT at. If Anyway,
I'm better than golf. He's our guru in golf and NBA, and hey, NFL will be coming around too. Go ahead, Bob.
Don't sleep on UFC.
I gotta put this.
Steve.
I gotta put this bankroll together. Okay, I'm gonna bet $100 on a golf tournament. Okay, that's gonna be my bankroll for the tournament. If I'm to look at your picks, which are your outrights in your top 10s, 20s, and 30s, I want to be making a bet on every one of these plays. Do I not?
Yeah, so that's important, right? So if you pick and choose, that can hurt you because maybe I go, 4 and 5, but with all the plus monies, I make money. You only pick 2 of them. You pick the 2 losers, you lose the money, right? So, I mean, if you're ever going to tail a handicapper, I wouldn't recommend it unless their name is Steve, because 99.9% are frauds. But if you do, it's important to follow their bets.
Where's my snare drum and cymbal at?
No. Yeah. So simply put, you would just take the number of units. So the way how we bet golf is, all the derivatives are standard 1 unit, and then the outrights are to win 10. So you would just divide, so for example, for JT, he was 18-1. You would just divide 18 divided by 10, or no, actually the opposite, 10 divided by 18. So you would bet like 0.5 units on JT, right? So if your bankroll for, I mean, I wouldn't limit yourself to maybe a bankroll for a tournament. You could if you wanted to, but I'd probably just do it, have a sports betting bankroll, and then you would just do 1 unit of whatever it is. So if it's $1,000 bankroll, it would be $10 per unit. If it was 10,000, it would be 100, etc. A unit is just 1% of your bankroll. So that's how I'd recommend doing it. But I would say it is important to bet all of them, right? Because if you pick and choose, I mean, you can. I mean, if you just want to, bet one thing, you can bet the best bet. That's our biggest bet. That's a 2-unit bet. But I wouldn't suggest like, okay, I like JT, but not Xander and Cam, so I'm not going to bet them. Like if I have, we typically do 6 outrights, so I wouldn't just pick one, right? Because then your odds of winning are way less. So
okay.
Like, essentially, like we've assembled this. I mean, sports betting comes down to having good picks. That's the foundation, but having a good strategy is also equally as important. So this is sort of a way how we.
Anytime you want to do comedy again in the future, here we go. All right. I got it, buddy. I'm ready. All right, let's get to the NBA playoffs. Let's get to Mike because Mike wants to talk. He wants to talk. Hey, there you go. Max says follow Steve, Bob, and Mike. Handicapping studs.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hey, we had a good night last night, Mac. We had a very good night last night. Appreciate that. And
I'll give Bob his due. Bob on the live said Blues second period, Blues plus half or 1.5. Outright winner, baby. And that was a very juicy plus 165 up to plus 200 second period.
Yeah,
Money
well,
win.
Second period got me plus 245. It was awesome. I just want to say, Nat, just a handicapping stud here. I'm just saying. All right.
This is a PG show, Bob.
Oh, it is? There's kids watching?
There could be.
That's true. They shouldn't be gambling now. All right, NBA playoffs, guys. Mike, I'm going to let you start this out. You were right. Jordan and I were wrong on taking the Heat. We made a big mistake there. That was a morning coffee bet, and we'll not do that again. Blues second period, that was Dallas. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Mike, is this now the Celtics series to lose?
I think so, Bob. I mean, coming into this, I thought, look, Miami, I liked them coming into the season. I really thought that they would have a good team. Kyle Lowry being out definitely hurts them, but I just think Boston has too much depth. They've just got too many guys that can score night in and night out. You look at Miami, who else are they having step up besides Jimmy Butler? Bam Adebayo has been a huge disappointment.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And it doesn't look to me as if he even belongs in this series right now. He's just an average player out there. And Boston has way too many weapons. You saw getting Smart back, what that's going to do. It just allows them to have more depth defensively and offensively. You've got Jaylen Brown and Tatum. I mean, this Boston team is just so deep. And now they're going back to Boston where they're extremely tough. With this thing tied at 1, they won in Miami. Miami seemed to be a really good home team. It didn't look as if, Miami was going to be beatable at home. But guess what? They are. And Boston has done that. And now Boston has full control of this series. And I got to be honest with you, I don't know how long this series is lasting, Bob.
Not very long.
I know they would say, 6 games is technically a long series, I guess, but I'm not sure that Miami would even get another game now. I really don't.
Wow,
from what I've seen,
yeah.
What when you look at these 2 games, as we talked about game 1, Boston didn't need to make no adjustments between game 1 and game 2. There wasn't anything adjustment wise they needed to do. They just needed to get some rest and get their mind right and get some guys back. Now look at the outcome. Right? And that was in Miami. What's going to happen when they get home?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I
got you. I got you completely. I got a question for you guys. So I want to see if you can research this real quick. Dorian Finney-Smith. I was told by somebody, and I won't say who, that in the 2 games that they played against the Warriors and the Mavs played, that Smith had over 8 rebounds in each game, yet everything is over 5 or over 4.5 or over 5.5 rebounds. Is that a play for tonight, Steve?
I like Luka over rebounds. I don't know about Finney-Smith,
okay,
but I don't think you can go wrong with any Luka prop tonight. Maybe not assists. He hasn't really been assisting in the playoffs, but rebounds, points, yeah.
Okay, all right. That kind of wasn't what I was asking.
Well, yeah, but I mean, some things just aren't worth betting. I don't
even know. I haven't paid any attention to that, so I'm not going to give a JT Birdie in 18. JT Birdie in 18. So -6.
Nice.
All right,
so,
cool.
Steve, Boston, have your round now. Steve, Boston, Miami. You heard what I said. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. Was I concerned after game 1? Absolutely not. That was a complete Miami spot. As we said, Miami was, 5-1 with extended rest. Celtics haven't covered a game 1 yet. They were coming in off short rest off that grueling game 7 series. As Mike touched on, Miami was undefeated at home in the playoffs before that. But most importantly, Boston wasn't at full strength. They didn't have Smart. They didn't have Horford. 2 impact guys on both ends of the floor. They came back last night. We saw what happened. I gave them a total mulligan for game 1, and it's so easy for people just to get, to overreact to, game 1s in the playoffs. All the Heat did was win a game they're supposed to win. Like, if they lost game one, this series would have been a sweep. Now it's going to be 3-1 coming back to Miami in game 5. Will the Celtics be a little bit complacent in that game, and can Miami win? Sure. This is going 6 max. Celtics plus 110 to win the series before the game last night. That was a steal. I hammered that. It's minus 280 now. It's going to be minus 500 after they smoke them in game 3. It'll be minus 1,000 after they smoke them again in game 4. This series is over. I hate to tell everyone, these conference finals aren't lasting long. Both are going to be over in 5 games. Get me to the finals.
All right, hold on. You got to let me get my – hold on. Yeah, okay. Because that ain't happening. Sorry.
Yes.
No.
Never,
Here's one thing. No, hold on. I get to jump in. Okay. You guys know everything. You think you know everything about the NBA. If you think that Dallas is getting ready to win 4 straight against Golden State, you're nuts. It'll never happen. You're talking heart.
Sure?
You're talking heart of a champion, dude. You're talking
yeah. They had a real heart of a champion when they lost to 60 by Memphis. That was a true heart of a champion in there.
That's them. This is now. They're not winning 4 straight.
Okay. Well, if you want to ride with me, it's 25-1. I would put more than $5 on it. I think it's worth maybe a $20 bet. Pay out a nice $500 minimally. I bet.
Bob, here's the thing: if they get this game 2 and this series is tied 1-1 going back to Dallas, you're telling me there's no shot Dallas can win 2 in a row in Dallas?
Okay. Here's how it's
There's
happening.
3 in a row right there.
Here's how it's happening.
Bob, the Mavs are going to be favorites in game 3 and 4.
Golden State won game 1. Dallas will win game 2. Golden State will win game 3. Dallas will win game 4. Golden State will win game 5 and 6. 4-2 Golden State. That's what I said.
Okay.
No, Dallas in 5.
Man, I mean, what are the odds of them winning 4 straight against a champion? They're former champions, dude.
Well, Bob, very good, because the Mavs are the much better team, and the Mavs have a better player. Bob, don't forget, game 1 doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. One game is one game in a playoff series. If you lose by 1 or lose by 40, it doesn't matter. The Mavs are a better team.
They better win
the Mavs
tonight.
Have the best players they're going to.
They
better
win
the next 2.
You are going to hear it.
Yeah, Luka's going to have a much better game than what he had in game 1. They'll make some minor adjustments, and Luka's going to go off tonight. And I agree. Yeah. I think they'll win. I think Brunson will have a better game too, honestly.
You will. Absolutely right. I mean, because that's the thing. I mean, if we're going to talk about that game, Doncic and Brunson combined for 12-34 in game 1, 3 from 15 from the 3-point line. It's not going to happen again. Okay. Jason Kidd, I give this dude a ton of respect. I was not a Jason Kidd fan. I thought he was horrendous with the Nets. He's really impressed me. He's been an excellent adjuster game to game. And remember, in the NBA playoffs, game 2, 3, and 4 is all about chess moves. So Dallas came out in game 1. They wanted to deny Golden State the 3-point shot, but they were just backdoored to death. They're going to, obviously make some defensive adjustments tonight. The one thing that I was very impressed with by the Warriors was I thought that Luka was just going to switch to get Poole or Curry and just annihilate them. But the way how they played the zone, they played the box and 1, it prevented that from happening. What that resulted in was the Mavs players getting wide open shots that they just missed.
Didn't hit, yeah.
Yeah, so if they start hitting those, which they have all series long or all playoffs long, they're going to start winning these games. And that was the single worst game of Doncic's career in the playoffs. He's going to go off for at least a 40-piece tonight. Mavericks are – and here's another stat, okay? One of my friends posted this. NBA playoffs since May 1st, 29 games. Of those 3 – or out of those 29 games, only 3 came within 5 points of the closing number, right? So the average cover margin was 15.3 points per game. In the playoffs, in every single game, the spread has only come into play 3 times, meaning where the underdog loses but covers the spread. So either the favorite wins by margin, or the underdog just wins outright. So, if you like a favorite, lay the points with confidence. If you like the underdog, make sure you sprinkle the money line. That's why whenever I bet an underdog, you see I'll always bet the money line because, just in the playoffs, and the reason for that is because of the 3-point shot. Like the team who wins the 3-point battle wins almost every game in the playoffs. They win in a blowout because, just the new NBA, it's just there's not many close games.
Let's face it. You guys are rooting against Steph because you don't like the way he does his mouthpiece. You know that's the truth.
I don't like that, but look, this isn't 2016, right? Draymond's no longer the best defensive player in the league. Steph is, he's not the best player in the series. Klay Thompson, I call him the artist formerly known as Klay Thompson. You can do the deduction now.
Oh my God, that was
there. You go.
That's not even you, Bob. Wow.
Yeah.
The artist formerly known as Klay Thompson.
Hey, that's Prince, dude, that you're trying to talk about there, and that was my boy. Now, okay.
All right. So what I really thought was going to happen was, in crunch time, the Mavs are going to be able to exploit either Curry or Poole because, it's a matchup problem for the Warriors because they're going to play Looney in crunch time at the 5, and that's going to just give the Warriors 2 players on offense who are not a threat, or they play Wiggins. Then Draymond's the only rim protector, and he has to cover probably Luka unless Wiggins can keep doing it, and that'll draw Draymond to the outside, leave the rim wide open. So, it wasn't an issue in game 1 since it was such a blowout. But I think, in these games that are close in the fourth quarter, I think Dallas is going to dominate these fourth quarters. We'll see it tonight. Hopefully it's not a blowout. I don't think it will be. I think Dallas will win by like 3. But Dallas is covering and they're winning.
I want to share my screen. The line is 6. I'm with you on Dallas winning tonight. I already told you that. Got a couple questions. Here's the positive EV page, folks. As you can see now, we have market width and the no vig number along with the pinnacle number next to the bet. Everything's bold-faced here. Here we go. 2 plays. Jalen Brunson, talking about him. Over 3.5 assists for tonight, plus 115 on BetMGM. Anybody want to jump on that?
Yeah, over 3.5 assists.
Yes.
I think I like that bet.
Steve, you like it?
I like it.
All right. It's a unit. All right. Let's put a unit on that. Draymond Green over 22.5 player points, rebounds, and assists.
I don't think I like that play.
Plus 100.
He's not going to score. He averages, 5 points a game? He may have a double-double, though. I could see that.
Okay.
Assists and rebounds, not points.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't like that play.
Well, it's the all 3 combined added up together. Okay. Andrew Wiggins over 23.5 player points, rebounds, and assists.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's an excellent bet.
Okay. All right.
He's probably going to play more minutes than he's played the entire playoffs because he fits very well in the series, and that number is based on his entire playoff average. So that might be the best bet of the entire game.
I think that's a
great find.
Bet.
Yeah, that's a good bet. You saw the game he had he's going to be very, very big part of this series, and he's probably going to be one of their top scorers. In all honesty,
I'm betting it right now on BetMGM. Okay. I'm doing it right now.
Wow.
Yeah, good bet.
Yeah, that's an excellent bet. That's actually my best bet of this game. As much as I like the Mavs.
Well, and folks, that's from looking at the positive EV page, and you can see here I've added that bet to my bet tracker along with the Jalen Brunson bet. Plus, I've got the Mavs plus 6. I'm all over the place here tonight, baby, on this game. I think I got like $900 on this game tonight. For the Mavs better win, or Steve's going to have to loan me some money. And let you see my dashboard. 1251 total profit, 7.6 ROI. This is not very good. Should be over 50%, but I do a lot of normal bets. Not everything's positive, Steve. EV. And but I'm doing quite well. Very happy. That's a bet tracker. 100% free. OddsJam.com, folks. Guys, what do you think of our new addition to OddsJam with the daily fantasy picks?
It's cool, man. I got to look into it to see if it's here. I mean, Alex has done some videos on it, and if you can use some plus EV plays from the OddsJam screen,
right,
with that, because the way how that works is like it's just universal odds. So if you pick 2 player props, it doesn't, it just assumes that like the odds are like minus 137 or whatever it is.
right.
So if you can get
137.
Yeah. So if you can get a prop that's minus 180 or 2 of them,
right,
it's automatically plus EV. And
exactly.
I mean, exactly. I think it's really intriguing. Yeah.
All right. So go into some of the player props, folks, and you can go to player blocks here, for instance, and you can click right here on the prize picks. They are getting you. It's $100. You deposit $100. They're giving you $100 free. Okay, for the NBA playoffs. You just click right here, and it will take you to the prize pick page to sign up. Do that. Daily fantasy simplified. You cannot beat this with a stick. I'm telling you right now. All right, I got to get out of the NBA and go to the NHL real quick. We've already talked about golf. We've talked about NBA very quickly. Blues came through last night. Steve's a believer now. He's like the Monkeys. LGB. Yeah, there you go, baby. But Tampa Bay, Steve asked the question last night, Mike, could they three-peat? I've said all along that the Tampa Bay Lightning are built for this, just like the St. Louis Blues are. And honestly, I think they're destined to meet in the final, but I could be wrong. Okay, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But Tampa Bay's no joke, Mike, are they?
No, they have everything. I mean, from goaltending to top-tier defensemen to absolute stud superstar forwards. And I said one guy that was going to be possibly a key in this series, Corey Perry. And once again, there he is again last night, a guy with playoff experience, a guy who is just known to be on teams that win. I know he hasn't gotten a Stanley Cup since his rookie year with Anaheim.
Right. But he's there a lot.
He's still a guy that's been in deep playoff runs. He's been on 2 different teams that have been to the Stanley Cup finals. Now he's on the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champs. And I said, if this is going to be a series meant for a guy like him, it's going to be trouble for the Panthers. And Tampa Bay is no doubt a team that is, in my opinion, they probably will three-peat.
Florida's goaltenders not that good.
I just don't know. I just don't know that there's anybody that can take them in a 7-game series.
I don't know.
What they're doing to Florida. I mean, Florida's supposed to be, the top team in the Eastern Conference, and they whip them game 1, and then game 2 they just do what they do. They grind them out and beat them.
Grinding. I think a Blues Tampa Bay final would be a thing of beauty. Be hockey at its best. Let's get in there. Let's get tough. It's not wimp like you do in the NBA sometimes. Bunch of wimps out there. Go always crying to the referees.
I'm gonna get a hold. Let me get a hold of a couple of these NBA players, and I want you to
bring
look
on
them in the eyes.
Hey, bring LeBron. LeBron, I'm calling you out. I'm just kidding.
Don't.
It's comedy, okay? It's comedy.
That's not even funny. What would be funny is LeBron looking at you while you said that.
That would be kind of scary. His face is scary. All right, let's get to tonight. And by the way, the Kucherov pass to Colton on the game-winning goal for Tampa Bay. What a friggin' pass of beauty, just beautiful. Carolina and New York. The Rangers need to win tonight, or I don't think they're going very far in this series. They are not going to come back 3-1 in back-to-back series. They're in trouble, even though they played a good game. It was a tight game. That's how they're going to have to play. And I really expect the total on this, Steve, is 5.5. And I really think the under could hit tonight.
Yeah. And also you got to keep in mind, this is a game Carolina's probably going to win. There's no value for them on the money line at home. The puck line, what's the puck line at? Is it 1.5?
Yeah, 1.5.
this is probably going to be a 1-goal game, so there's probably no value there either. So really, when you look at this game, I don't know what angle I would even take betting this, because I think Carolina will win. And I think it's probably going to be a close game like the last game. You're probably looking at a 1-goal game, and the value would have to be some in a period somewhere. I would say maybe if this thing's tied up 0-0, the end of the first, maybe you look to take Carolina in the second period. But other than that, not a ton of value here, really.
Now, okay, so then you could take over, you could take under. I actually took the over on the game tonight.
Yeah, that's probably the route to go, is the over
because
under.
I don't know with they're pretty good, two pretty good offensive teams, but they're two pretty good defensive teams too. We took on our morning show today. It was my I pushed for the Flames -1.5. I think they're going to cover that. Steve, do you like that bet or not?
I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Flames
You're with it?
do well. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think those puck lines are like, if you're starting to like puck lines, you're going to start liking run lines in baseball. Okay. I'm telling you, you got to get into that groove.
I'll never like baseball.
There's money to be made, Steve.
No run first innings. I'll take some of them, but aside from that.
All right. We're going to go back to the NBA real quick here. Somebody asked earlier about thoughts. It was Brian Tone. Thoughts on first basket tonight.
Luka.
Mike, you're first.
Oh.
Yeah, I need
Oh, man.
I'm with you.
I mean, this could be interesting, in all honesty, the what's the value on Luka? I mean, it's got to be Luka or Brunson. So one of them two got to get going early. They got to take the first shot. Luka probably takes the first shot for Dallas, and I assume they win the tip. I'm sure Powell will win the tip. So,
all right, let's take a look at the odds here. I'm going to pull it up. Share the screen. That's what it comes
down to. Because if Luka's plus 500, that's not it's not worth it.
All right, so here we go. Luka is plus 475.
Yeah, okay. So you can't bet that. So you know what? Give me Dorian Finney-Smith 3-point shot.
There you go.
For the first basket?
Yeah, 30-1.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I like that. And hey, look at Dwight Powell. Take a look at him.
Because
value
it's
there.
going to go back to what we said. I mean, the Warriors are probably going to employ the same game plan of trying to stop Doncic and let the other role players beat them. So actually, I like that. Finney-Smith is going to post up in the corner. So here's what's going to happen. They're going to win the tip. Goes to Luka. He dribble penetrates, kicks it to freaking Finney-Smith. Boom! 31.
And hey, if he misses that three, Dwight will be there to mop it up and put it back for the jam. All right. So either way, you're getting the first basket out of one of them two.
All right. All right. Hey, why don't you parlay that? Okay.
All
right, folks. Hey, guess what? That ends OddsJam TV for today. Mike and I'll be back later with last minute betting at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern.
Oh, you know what?
Time. Yo, go ahead.
We didn't do our final statement.
Oh, you know what? You're right. He's absolutely right. It's actually not called the final statement. It's the closing line. And I'm just going to tell you this right now, folks. When it comes to betting on golf, look at the page. This guy knows what he's talking about. He's done a lot of research. This is me kissing his butt because he likes this, okay? He likes to be stroked like a puppy dog, but I'll do it. Anyway, I'm serious. Every week, I think it comes out on Wednesday. Please go to the golf page and check out what Steve and Randall have to offer for the upcoming tournament, because it's money in the bank. You can't find these odds in any other sport like this. All right, Mike, you're next.
For me, look, if you're looking to make some money, you got to ride the Dallas Mavericks in this series. There is no two ways about it. The Dallas Mavericks will win this series, and a Boston-Dallas NBA Finals would be very, very exciting. So you got to ride the Dallas Mavericks. You weren't riding them against Phoenix. When are you going to start? All right? Do it
I'm
now.
riding them tonight.
You got to ride them tonight.
Then I'm riding Golden State in game 3, and then I'm riding the Mavericks in game 4, and then Golden State in 5 and 6. Thank you. All right, here you go, Steve. You're solo. What do you got?
Yeah, shut up, Bob. You already had your closing statement. Yeah, I mean, I'll give 2. I'll touch on what Bob said and on what Mike said. Yeah, so I mean, now's your last chance to bet the Mavs at a good price, like plus 320. I'm serious. Bet them 25-1, 2 to win in 5 if you're going to. But more actionable for today, there is one group going off that I really like. It's a 3-ball. Cam Smith plus 170 over Willie Z. And who is he with? Hovland. So just really quick, like basically Willie Z, Zalatoris, he played really well yesterday, but it was a lot of luck with putting. He's very hit or miss with putting. Cam Smith, the best putter on tour. He didn't putt well. His strokes gained approach were insane. I think that's going to even out, and Cam's going to smoke both those guys today. 3-ball plus 170. I think he wins by a stroke easily. So that's my 2.
Okay, very good.
Good
That's
stuff.
serious. Look at that. You know what? Let's just end the show with Steve's face up there. What do you think? Yeah.
It's the best thing you can do.
There you go. There you go.
Good luck, guys.
All right, brother. See you later. Oh, no, I can't do that.
All right, man. That was good stuff.
Yeah. Adios.